In a city bursting at the seams with cup activity, this is Goodison Park, where Walsall come as visitors for the first time ever to play Everton. And the Everton lineup shows some changes from last week. Roger Kenyon is not fit, so Mick Lyons takes over the number 5 shirt. For the first time since Alan Ball left, they try the midfield trio of Kendall, Henry Newton and Colin Harvey. And also back in the side today is Tommy Wright in the number 2 shirt. He's missed the last 7 games, and they'll be glad to have his experience back in the back 4. The Walsall lineup, although they were pretty cagey about it during the past few days, has turned out pretty much as we expected, with young Mark Wallington, the 19-year-old student, in goal, and wearing the number 9 shirt, a Liverpudlian, John Manning, who still spends part of his week here and part of his week in Walsall, has been around a bit since he began his career with Tranmere Rovers, to Shrewsbury and then to Norwich and then to Bolton, and joined Walsall last summer. He scored 6 goals for them in 15 appearances. And this is Mr. Harold Hackney, a National Coal Board official from Barnsley, keeping himself warm by refereeing this game here, which Everton kick off in the dark blue tops. Walsall in white shirts with red trimmings and red shorts. Joe Royle not getting any change out of Stan Jones there. A throw for Henry Newton. Everton haven't been beaten here at Goodison Park in their last 9 games. Walsall, 21st in the 3rd division, have only won away from home once this season. That was at Oldham back in August. It's kicked by Newton, offside against Alan Whittle. Laid off for Penman, but not well enough. And Whittle didn't think that was worth chasing, and he was probably right. It was rolling away from him. Throw in to be taken by Frank Gregg, Walsall's longest serving player. Brian Taylor beaten by Harvey, but the whistle had gone anyway for handball by Taylor. What Everton will be looking for is a goal as quick as the one they got against Crystal Palace in the replay, because goals are what are expected of them in this match. Harvey's free kick. Johnson, and a flag for offside, which the referee doesn't acknowledge, but he's given another infringement. Stan Jones back to his goalkeeper, young Mark Wallington. Taylor, good work by Brian Taylor, beating McLaughlin, and out for Wright. Took a long time to size up his shot. Deacon did the opposite, didn't give himself enough time. Penman rather, this is Willie Penman, who began his career with Newcastle and then went to Swindon. Gordon West. Joe Royle's header for Johnson. That pushback wasn't hard enough from Deacon. Newton, Lyons will chase it back to West. That's Bernie Wright challenging Gordon West. West enjoying that. Royle getting the free kick because of a little bit of pushing by Stan Jones. Played short for Newton and well blocked by Penman. Now McLaughlin. Difficult ball for Hurst, and he's been beaten by Wright. Taylor. Gregg. Colin Harvey's header. Colin Harrison, and a good ball from him too to Manning. Brian Taylor. And a Away into touch for a throw by Tommy Wright. But a little bit of football there from Walsall. Taylor's throw, too high for Woodward. Manning coming to meet this, but it's played to Penman. It's a goal kick. Brian Taylor, who's done one or two interesting little tricks down the right already. Back header from Royal, who must have felt he was fouled there, but he won the ball. Kendall and Harvey just out of tune for a moment then. While Walsall pinch a few yards and have to take the throw again. Deakin. Taylor slipping it beautifully for Manning. On for Wright, and that was a good pass too. Now can he beat Lyons? Yes, he can. And finds Woodward's head. Not enough power, but a good effort by Walsall again. Stan Jones, who clearly is a very influential figure in this back four for Walsall. Evans, Harrison, and now Woodward, but he can't catch him. Royal. Johnson. Good acceleration and good control too. That was a fine bit of work by David Johnson. Finally found the side netting, but he did well to get round his man and get the ball across at all. Lyons header, Taylor, Penman. Manning trying to tuck it through for Wright. Got another chance to do something. He's got Taylor going right, and he had two men in the middle, but he didn't find either. Now Penman. Newton saw the threat of the shot, got his body well down. Stan Jones, Penman. Kendall's strength getting him through past Harrison. And that's a free kick to Everton. Tommy Wright will take it. It's Johnson there, Colin Harvey in the foreground. And Nick Lyons has gone forward too. Royal coming to the near post. That was a well-taken ball by Wallington. Covered it well and held it well. Linesman was flagging for something there. Woodward a little mystified. Joe Royal left stranded. And that's tit for tat at the other end. Coughlin. Beautiful touch by Royal. Harvey gives it to him back, and that was Harrison's interception. Midway through this first half and still no goals. Kendall, blocked by Harrison. Now David Johnson. Offside again, but play on, because the advantage with Walsall. Harrison to Taylor. 3 men forward, Wright, Manning and Woodward, and that's Manning! Always a good player in the air, John Manning. Gordon West giving a bit of stick to his defenders. Pushing the back by Jones. Stan Jones, who played a lot of First Division games with West Bromwich Albion, began his career with Walsall, went to the Hawthorns and is now back with his first club. Whittle. For Newton. Not really sure that that was meant to be quite the cross that it turned into, and it needed a salmon-like leap from David Johnson to get ahead to it at all. Anyway, there had been some sort of infringement there, and it's a free kick for Walsall. Nicely flicked on by Harrison to Wright. Tommy Wright tackled him. Greg blasts into touch. For Deakin, well read by Harvey. Royal, Newton, Johnson, Kendall. That was a very late tackle by Evans. Somebody's lost a boot, it's Howard Kendall. Kendall, one of the few players who seemed really to want to use the wings. He's moved out several times onto that right-hand side. Just 2 men in the wall. Harrison, the near one. Kendall dressed again. Free kick played to the near post and away for a corner. It's Everton's first corner. Plenty of men in the box for them, including the big Mick Lyons. But Walsall too strong in numbers, and that wouldn't have counted if it had gone in, because it was a back heel from a player who was offside. Anyway, Wallington had got down very smartly. Only 7 first-team games behind him, but he looks very composed. Manning's header. Tommy Wright losing his footing. Top surface, as John Manning said before the game, taking a stud and a bit more. This is Manning, and that's a good shot. And obviously plenty of support here for Walsall, and they certainly approved of that. Hurst. Woodward coming to challenge. Royal gets it out to Whittle. And he's wrong-footed Deakin and got in a shot. What a great save! Alan Whittle's shot, superbly caught by Wallington. This young boy has covered himself with glory in his first half. The 2 rights. Yeah, they seem to have made a wrong. Evans to Woodward. Too short for Harrison. We're now in the last minute of this first half. Taylor back to Gregg. Wright couldn't get under it. Harvey's got it away. But it's dropped for Evans. Sold a nice dummy there. Royal came back to harass him into trouble. Deakin. Woodward pushed on for Manning. Still in play. And that's half-time. So they go in with the score sheet blank, and Walsall, every reason to feel that they have acquitted themselves well in this first half. They are man-for-man marking at the back, and Everton's tendency not to find their men with long passes on the few occasions when Walsall have been really stretched have enabled Walsall to do a very good job. Their young goalkeeper has shone when needed, and so they go in with this scoreline: Everton 0, Walsall 0.
A call out for Mr. Brian Flanagan of 34 Fielden Road, Liverpool, to go to the office, please. Mr. Brian Flanagan of 34 Fielden Road, Liverpool.
No score then as we start the second half, and the measure of Walsall's achievement so far can be seen by looking back over the last 6 seasons, when Everton have twice been in the final and twice more been in the semi-final. Walsall themselves have never been beyond the 5th round. They have something of a reputation as giant killers, of course. In 1933, that famous victory over Arsenal, and in '66 they won 2-0 at Stoke. So it's Evans with the throw-in for Walsall. To Woodward. Tempting right in. Tempted him into an indiscretion. Wasted free kick. Tommy Wright's throw, getting it back from Kendall. Kendall now with the throw. Everton skipper wanting to inject a bit of urgency into his side. Foul from the back there by Wright. Tommy Wright just setting it rolling for Harvey. A good interception by Harrison. Harvey. Deakin to Harrison. Well controlled and well played out to Taylor. Hurst loses his footing, but he was fouled. It's Alan Woodward, or John Woodward rather. Header by Harrison, straight up in the air, Royal under it now, and beating Evans, and getting it out to Kendall. Now it needs a quick cross with Newton at the near post. Henry Newton had stolen through into a good position there, but Walsall had seen him coming, and they had him well covered by the time the cross came. Pursued by Manning. Evans puts it up. Goodison Park crowd now trying to raise their side. This is the sort of ball that Wright likes, and he put his head down and really steamed for that one, and he's got over a good cross. Bernie Wright hasn't had many balls that he can chase. Touched by Harvey, in comes Deakin, and it's an Everton throw. And some passion coming into the game, the crowd feeling it and responding. Colin Harrison with the throw to Wright. And that looks like a free kick given against Tommy Wright. Stan Jones trotting up into the penalty area with Joe Royle at his side. And it's Mick Evans to take the free kick. Stan Jones trying to get at it, but he didn't make it. Manning was also coming in. And again, Everton unable to exploit the quick break because they had too many players back to meet the challenge of the free kick. Manning now with Woodward to support him, but it's out of play for a throw. Goal kick to Everton. Royle. Whittle rode that very well, and Kendall is free on the right. Slipped onto him by Royle. And well caught by goalkeeper Wallington. Hold his own, that boy. Harrison. McLaughlin. Whittle. Also beginning to look just the least bit ragged now. But that's a good ball for Woodward. He couldn't turn it for Wright. Johnson. Evans really had to stretch for that. The linesman flagged and the referee agreed that it was a foul. And Johnson significantly had another yard of pace there that Evans was unable to find. For the first time there was something that looked slightly like an error of judgment by the goalkeeper. He started to come and then changed his mind. Kendall for Harvey. This is better football by Everton. Flag was up for offside, acknowledged by the referee, who waves play on. Manning turning it out for Taylor. McLaughlin only half blocks it. Everton really don't seem to get these throw-ins right at all. Foul given that time against Gregg. He's had a pretty gritty battle there with Alan Whittle. Henry Newton this is. Hurst has gone forward. He didn't make it. That was Jones' header that cleared. Bernie Wright is away. Kendall is pursuing him. And he's played a good ball out there for Taylor. Now Taylor has got room to cross with two men waiting. It's deflected, but it doesn't matter. West has lost it. And he was fouled. Bumped as he went up for the catch. But Everton was stretched then. Walsall knew it and came close to taking advantage. Royle turning it for Whittle. Johnson couldn't quite make it. He's got a second chance. Nobody on his left, he has to go right or go it alone. Taylor back to Wallington. Hurst's header, and Wright penalised for backing into him. And these difficult conditions not being made any easier now by the fact that it started to rain quite hard. Wright for Kendall, and Wright has gone for a return pass. That was it. It wasn't a very easy one. Kendall again. Jones scooping it to touch. Everton have got the pressure on now, and they know it, and they want to make it tell. It's only the second Everton corner. Johnson playing it short and getting it back from Harvey. And it's Harvey who whips it in, and that was a header from Henry Newton that was not turned enough. Wallington so far not in the least overawed by this first experience of the big time. Good work by Harrison, well played. And now Newton picking it up for Everton, Whittle wanting it in front of him. Newton has another chance, he's got McLaughlin overlapping, needs now a good cross. Whittle at the near post, and Royal there, he's put it wide. Enormous springing leap, timed the contact well, but it was a very difficult header to get the angle just right to beat the near post. But no mistake that Everton on top at the moment. Again one for Wright to chase, but Hurst there this time. And that'll be a foul by Wright on West. West signifying that he's not put out by it. Certainly tumbled over very heavily. Jones turning on to Harvey, and Kendall again driving on and on forward. Goalkeeper had to punch. Johnson had as good a chance then as he's had so far in this game. The goalkeeper had no choice but to punch. Johnson knew that what was needed was the lob, and he couldn't lob well enough in the situation that he found himself. But some real atmosphere here now. A quiet first half in which Walsall held their own, but they're really being tested now. Signs of it in Wallington's kicking, which was so good in the first half. Cleared by Deakin, who is still having trouble with his ankle. Johnson, too much speed again for Evans. And that could have been a penalty. I think the referee decided that Johnson had parted with the ball before that happened, but it must have been a narrow thing. That time a foul on Whittle. 25 minutes left. Newton's free kick for Royal's head, and now Johnson!
Please keep off the pitch, lads. Don't come onto the pitch.
David Johnson applying the inevitable from this free kick by Newton. Royal gets a header, and as it drops, a first-time poke by Johnson gives him his 10th goal of the season and puts Everton 1-0 in front. A hold up because Joe Royle is injured. And Everton now in good humour. Only 3 teams have come here this season and prevented Everton from scoring: Sheffield United, Derby and Stoke. And Walsall certainly were doing their bit, but when the pressure really came on, the goal began to seem inevitable. Penman, 3 men forward as Taylor takes possession. And he tripped Harvey, he tripped Newton. Lions with the free kick. So 15 minutes left, and Everton's lead useful, but not impregnable. Foul by Jones. And certainly Walsall looking the more tired side. Whittle. Foul again by Gregg. Say Whittle, who's a pretty fiery character, has taken his knocks very well this afternoon. In a lot of free kicks given for fouls on Whittle. Newton taking the kick. Up in the air by Harrison. Back in by Harvey, who was bowled over. Good header by Wright, very difficult. Deakin. Bernard Wright turned that well, they were unlucky there, and it showed in McLaughlin's pass back, which gave away the corner. And that came off the back of Jones. Hurst has got it away. Deakin. Back header by Taylor. Wright turning it across. Manning for Woodward. That was a beautifully worked move by Walsall, and it deserved a better finish. It didn't push West as hard as it should have done. Woodward just tried to side-foot it home. It's a free kick to Walsall. Taylor. Well taken by Woodward. Looked as though he was being pulled back there. It's gone off for a throw-in, but that wasn't a bad attempt by John Woodward. Johnson hoping the ball would do the work, but Evans was in the way. Johnson again. Jones to Deakin. And now a chance for Jones to play the long ball. Left it rather a long time. Harrison. Evans. Penman. Kept it down well. Tommy Wright's clearance goes off Manning's body, and it's an Everton throw. Harvey. Jones unable to do anything more than just turn it into touch at a time when Walsall need constructive balls. Greg, the flying header that put it out to the corner. Lions trotting into the penalty area. David Johnson, number 7. Evans' header. And the 2 rights again. What a struggle they've had. Put back to Bernie Wright by Manning. And Taylor will catch this. And he needs a good pull back, and it's a good header! That's twice now that John Woodward has come very close. He really flicked that, and he got plenty of strength behind it, but that time the direction was wrong. Harrison. This is Woodward. Headed away by Hurst. It's Harrison again. Jones, intercepted by McLaughlin for Whittle, and he's away, but he's lost the ball over the line. Whittle hasn't had many opportunities to show his speed down the line. Newton, Greg's header to Manning. Woodward, and again he's pulled over a good cross. Walsall really needed reinforcements in the area then. Wright, Harvey and Hurst, with West coming and calling. Two and a half minutes plus injury time left. Johnson had the beating of Evans most of this half, but that time Harrison was back covering. Manning flicking it on for Deakin. That was a game gallop by Deakin, who's got a bad ankle. Hurst and Wright, a pair of rhinos at each other then. Kendall, Manning pursuing him. Royals overhead, and Whittle's header! That settles it. A defensive mistake after Walsall had got the situation under control. That pass wasn't hard enough, and nor was that. Good overhead and a good header by Whittle, just in off the bar. And so 2-0 now to Everton, with, by my watch, about a minute and a quarter remaining. A little bit to be added on for injuries, and Walsall's gallant fight is over. Only a second goal of the season for Whittle, both of them in the cup. McLaughlin. Royal coming in, this will be 3. No, the goalkeeper was brave. Got a bang on the leg, but he got down and smothered it. Lions climbing on Woodward. Greg. And we're now in injury time with Whittle in possession. With the throw. Deakin. Harrison. He's played a number of good balls from deep. And Newton. That really must have given Gordon West a scare. All smiles now. But it really wasn't very much wide. Harrison taking the corner. Everybody forward for Walsall. Last desperate throw to get something on the score sheet. Penman. It's Hurst out for a throw-in. Evans, and it's in! It hit two Everton players, before it went into the net. It was the last touch of the game. The whistle is gone. Walsall, I presume, have got a goal. The scoreboard is showing 2-0. It's a question of when the whistle went. Here it comes again, off two players, and the final one, I think, was Tommy Wright. But we really will have to find out from the referee exactly at what point the whistle went. They certainly didn't restart. But anyway, Everton are in the 5th round. Walsall go home with the share of a 45,462 gate and with a great deal of credit. In a city bursting at the seams with